We drove out for several hours to come visit Knoebel's, which is in Ellisburg, Pennsylvania. We didn't stay there. We stayed in Mifflinville, Pennsylvania at a Super 8. I did a room tour of the Super 8, and that is in another video. I'll link it at the end. The next morning, we got up and decided to go to the International Food Court at Knoebel's for breakfast. That food court is the only breakfast place open in the park. They do open at 8 a.m. and they stay open until 2 p.m. They have a pretty good selection. The rest of the food venues open around 12 o'clock, which is when the rides open as well. Turns out the Alamo, which is the sit-down restaurant that has air conditioning and full dining service, it also opens around 12 o'clock. Initially, I thought it was only open for dinner, but they are open for lunch as well. Anyway, we went to the food court for breakfast, and as you can see, I apologize for the glare on the menu, but the food was good. This is the park special. Can't see the coffee that comes with it, and the sausage was hiding under the toast, but it was actually reasonable at $7.75, and then they had a $4 bagel. It was toasted with cream cheese, and my kid said that was pretty good as well. My other kid and I split the chip beef on toast. She was not a huge fan of this, but I personally thought it was delicious. It was $7.50, and there was plenty there. We also got a cinnamon roll, and this was kind of the only dud. It was edible, but it was a little bit stale. But honestly, every restaurant has an off day where something is just not how it should be. And it was only $4 for a huge cinnamon roll, so whatever. After breakfast, we went to go get ride bands. It was Armed Forces Day, so Bob's was free, and the other three of us got our ride bands for $58 a piece. As soon as the rides opened, the kids went to go ride Phoenix twice, and while they were doing that, we went to go do antique cars. This ride was put together in 1990, and it's billed as a family ride, which means it's not scary. There is some steering involved, but basically it guides you along a center rail. But the most interesting part is you are going right under Phoenix, which is quite the experience. You can look up and watch the whole wooden coaster kind of shake. We got in line right after this ride opened, so we did not have to wait very long. But even when the park is quite full, like last year, and the lines seem very long, there's not much of a wait.
Can I throw the bag in the back? Up. Up in, babe. Oh, you want to get in the bag? Okay.
Everybody in?
Yep.
Ready?
Thank you. much.
Whiplash. Into the soup.
Have a great day.
Thanks. Forgive this mild disturbance.
Pretty sure this is a carpenter bee, also known as a sweat bee. Only the females can sting, and only if they're roughly handled.
At least it's not laying eggs or something. That would have real fun.
He's just a thirsty little guy. This is my thirst trap.
Yeah, I found someone with the same breed of bug. Look at them.
Just salt, no pepper, thank you. Yum, yum. It's a bee dying all day.
He is really does not want to leave. Look at those wings.
Calm, there's a nice breeze.
Probably should have figured that out when he closed his wings.
It's late May. All you need is a light sweater. Come on. Bring your pet with you.
What did you do? Well, that covered it like 50%. Oh, really?
Such a calm little guy.
I mean, he sees his infinite salt generator. He's like, mine. He can have it for all I care. I'm not using
Can you
it.
put me on YouTube? Yes, we will.
The whole year?
You're gonna have your own channel. Nothing but bees. Anyway, this little guy, no matter how cute and prickly his feet felt on all of our hands, he was too small for flying turn. So we stood in front of one of the fans in the line queue, which encouraged him to leave so that we could get on flying turns. Flying Turns opened in 2013, but it is based on the original The bobsled ride up in Riverview Park in Chicago. That park closed in 1967, I believe, and the Bobs was originally built in 1924. It's actually one of my favorite rides in this park.
Standing behind the line to be on the next one. Can you lay your bag on the window so it's off the scale, please?
After riding Flying Turns, it was time to go to Phoenix Junction for lunch. I ended up getting the haddock sandwich. It was delicious. It was $10. One of my kids got the garlic parmesan fries. They liked it very much. It was $7.50. My other kid got the chicken tenders. That was $6. She said that they were fine. And Bob got the brisket sandwich, which I believe was $8. And it was one of those sandwiches that is like messy, so get extra napkins. But I had a tiny bite. And it was delicious. So it's all good. Phoenix Junction, like the International Food Court, is outside. There is a roof over it, so if it's raining, it's not a big deal. It's not a disaster. But if it's super hot and you need air conditioning, you'll need to go to the outlet. After lunch, we headed to Black Diamond. This is not what Black Diamond looks like from the exterior while the ride is open. I actually got some footage the next day. So this is what it looks like without any people waiting in line. There's also a museum nearby with a bunch of history of the park and also of coal mining in the area. There is also another museum in the park all about carousels and carousel horses. Both of these are free of charge, and just like the park, you can just walk in there. There's no admission to the museums, and there's also no admission just to get into the park. You only have to pay for rides. Oh, and food. In front of the ride, you'll see a brightly painted thing that looks like a submarine. It's actually a transport vehicle that was used to transport miners from the surface into the mine. And here's an amusing sign warning you of all kinds of stuff. And also, here is some surreptitious footage that I probably wasn't supposed to take. Enjoy! Yeah. My footage does not do the ride justice. It's actually way more fun. I do recommend it. Then after that, we headed to Creekside Coffee because my kids wanted to try their cake pops. There was 4 of them for $5.50, and they were not bad. And then we rode rides for the rest of the afternoon. And around dinner time, we decided to go to the Alamo. We went there last year and had a great experience. And we asked permission to film, and they said yes. So they have menus on the outside. So if you want to look at them, you can pause it. But you'll get a much better view, glare-free, if you just go to the website. The Alamo opens at lunchtime, like 12, and then I think they're open to between 7 and 8 at night. It is the only sit-down, air-conditioned dining establishment in the entire park. So if it's hot and you just want to sit down somewhere and get cool and have very nice air-conditioned bathrooms, this is probably where you're going to be happy. They have a kids menu with slightly smaller portions of a lot of the stuff on the menu for a little bit less money. It's not like giveaway loss leader prices, but if you just have a small appetite, there is no age restriction on the kids menu. Anybody, they list it as like kids at heart, whatever, but it's clear that like adults can order off the kids menu as well. And I actually did last year, and I think I got the chicken and waffles, or maybe the spaghetti. The spaghetti is the one thing I would not recommend unless you like super sweet. One of my kids ordered off the kids menu. They got the grilled cheese sandwich with tomato sauce. The grilled cheese sandwich was fine, but they said that the tomato soup was, yep, wait for it, just like the spaghetti sauce, the tomato soup was super sweet. I tasted it and I was like, yeah, this tastes like Midwestern tomato anything. So if that's your jam, well, yeah, I guess. Well, it wasn't as sweet as jam. Everything else was really good, though. The bread service, I think we got like 4 meals and they all came with bread, so they brought it all out in a basket. Those were nice. One of my kids got the hot beef tenderloin sandwich, and they said that was quite good. Bob got the hot chicken cheesesteak sandwich with additional marinara. He said that was okay, too. My other kid got the kiddie boat meal, which had the sweet tomato sauce. I got the BLT on toasted rye, and I thought it was fantastic. And I also thought, boy, these booths are giving me like 1990s nostalgia. And they had clean bathrooms with changing tables. And as you can see, there was lots and lots of seating. Everything was spotlessly clean. It was nice and quiet. It wasn't echoey at all. And if you sit at the back, there's beautiful views through the picture windows. We enjoyed it last year. We enjoyed it this year. After dinner, the kids went off to ride the other wooden roller coaster, which is the Twister. And Bob and I decided to go be old, boring people and ride Pioneer Train. And Pioneer Train, by the way, loops under Twister, so you'll be able to see footage of that wooden roller coaster as well. It's 1.5 miles long, and if I recall correctly, it's like, I don't know, maybe that it's at least 5 minutes long. It might be more like 8. Oh, yeah, squirrel.
Going up the tree. Look at that guy. It's big.
These blue slides that you see, these are the water slides for Crystal Pool. It's a big draw during the summer, mostly because it's reasonably priced. It is not a water park. It is just a large, very large swimming pool with water slides. It's not open yet. We're here in mid-May for Armed Forces Day. On Armed Forces Day, veterans and military get a ride-all-day ban for free. And also, at any point during the year, if you show up in your active duty military, you get $40 for the tickets. If you're a veteran, you get $20 for the tickets. And the free tickets day is not just on Armed Forces Day. You can show up anytime during the year, but it is once per year. You cannot just show up every single day and collect free tickets. It's once per year. And here we are coming back into the station. It is a long ride, but it's also relaxing and a nice way to end the day. What we didn't know then was that it was about to start absolutely pouring rain in about 30 minutes. So clearly it was time to find some shelter and some ice cream. My small scoop of coconut ice cream was $4.25, and Bob's small scoop of vanilla ice cream with chocolate sauce was, I believe, $5. These shelters are the roofs of non-functional, broken-down carousels. So instead of just scrapping the whole thing, they installed them over picnic tables so that when it's pouring, like now, you can eat there in relative comfort. These both came from the Old Mill Ice Creamery. It's the hand-scooped type of ice cream. The soft serve is sold elsewhere. The Old Mill used to be an old Tunnel of Love ride, and I think it's from either the 1940s or the 50s. It's gone now, and it's just an ice cream shop. Anyway, by this time it was really pouring, and also it was late, so we bailed and went back to the hotel. And coming up is footage from our second day. We did not spend another full day at Knoebel's the next day, just a half day. We didn't eat breakfast at Knoebel's the second day, but we did go back to the International Food Court because that's where we all wanted to eat. Bob ended up getting a rice bowl. He initially wanted a taco salad, but they didn't have that, so instead he got the rice bowl, and he said that was quite alright. Apart from Mexican food being served, they also had Polish food, so I decided to get the Polish sampler. Yes, they misspelled haluski. Ah, well. The kielbasa was pretty good. The potato pancakes were also good, and the haluski was just okay. But, I mean, I used to live in Poland, and I know what the good stuff tastes like, and this wasn't it. But anyway, everything else was good. The kids decided to both get fried cheese curds served with a side of marinara sauce in the thoroughly American section, and they both said they were very good. By the time I got footage, they were a few bites in. And after that, it was time to go to the Haunted Mansion. Two of us did not want to go, but one of the kids and myself did want to go, so we went on the Haunted Mansion. They had a nice little mock-up that looks very similar to Disney World's version of this, but it was cute, so I got some pictures of it. And I didn't have to do surreptitious footage, so here it is. You too. Thanks. Yeah, it's a jump scare ride and it's 50 years old. Oh well. Anyway, next up and last was the Ferris wheel. So we knew that this was going to be the last ride of the day. We were almost out of tickets, and in fact, I think we only had about $1.50 left. All right, have a good time.
Thank you. You do likewise.
Are you guys using tickets or bands?
Bands.
Oh, okay.
I'm using tickets because I gotta get her. Oh,
Because we're leaving after this.
oh, thank you.
No worries. Tickets do not expire, and you can use them on a future visit. But I was just like, it's only $1.50. Plus, this adorable young man wanted to show me some of his artwork. Road Angels. Oh, it's Sonic.
Nice.
Aww. That's cute.
My little artist.
He's a cutie. They're both cuties.
Okay, thank you. All right, come on.
4? Yeah. Thank you. And of course, I managed to pick the absolute worst spots to film from. Yeah, pretty far for the course. Watch Impulse go over first. Whee!
And yeah, that's the.
There's one animal barbecue up here.
Please do not feed your kids a bunch of M&Ms and have them puke in the Ferris wheel. We know you'll do it if we don't explicitly say not to do it.
I remember I got on a bus in Seattle. Don't worry, I'm gonna rip the audio out of this entire thing. And somebody had been on the bus before me with an entire bucket of fried chicken.
Oh, dear.
They'd consumed the entire thing and thrown the bones all over the floor.
See, that's the problem. If they kept the
I was
bones,
just like,
if they kept the bones in the
right.
bucket, yeah,
I
that's
mean,
different.
why didn't you just put them back in the bucket and take that crap with you?
It would have been fun to go in the bucket, even if the bucket was
Right. Because then the driver could have just picked the whole thing up and go like, losers. And discarded
People
it.
just love discarding food that just on
I'm
public
telling
transport.
you.
It doesn't matter what kind of food it is.
Yes.
It could be the least detrimental food possible. They'll still do it. Like, oh yeah, I got sushi. I still left half the rice in the plate.
There were 23 schools here yesterday.
Wow. Well, I mean, it's financially good for Knoebels, but like, can you imagine wrangling that many children?
Nightmare.
But it's the end of the school year.
At least it's not Hershey.
Yes.
Hershey actually would have been easier. Hershey has like a dedicated bus lane and stuff.
It does.
And there's no way to exit the park without someone.
So does Busch Gardens.
Yeah. With Knoebels, it's a lot easier to just ditch without someone realizing.
Yes.
They still have the thing at Chuck E. Cheese where they have to
The stamps, yeah.
sign in.
Yep.
I wish to go to Chuck's.
Charles Entertainment
A
Cheese.
powerful rat known as Charles Entertainment Cheese.
At this point, we were all kind of laughing wildly because, number one, we were tired. Number two, we were all anticipating the 3 to 4 hour drive home. But also, my kids just kept saying funny things. So that's why we were all acting like such a... I love how you said a powerful rat named Charles Entertainment
I'm
Cheese.
quoting a video essay.
Go ahead, do it again.
A powerful rat named Charles Entertainment Cheese.
We did have an extremely good time at Knoebels, and I would recommend it. It's affordable and family friendly. Was that actually like in their public relations?
Charles Entertainment Cheese is his legal name. A powerful rat known as is from a video essay.
Oh, okay. All right. So that part did not actually come from the company.
A powerful rat known as Charles Entertainment Cheese.
I'm sorry, it just strikes me as immensely funny. And that was our second day at the park. If you've ever wondered what it was like to go to an amusement park in like the 90s or the very early 2000s, this is kind of like a snapshot of what it really is like. So I would recommend this park. It's very affordable and it's family friendly. So we had a great time and I hope you do too. And if you want to help the channel, just hit like and subscribe. Thanks and have a fantastic day.